Okay, let's get back into the reading of Adventures Beyond the Body, How to Experience Out-of-Body Travel by William Buhlman. Advanced Exploration, Chapter 8. Man's mind, stretched to a new idea, never goes back to its original dimension. Oliver Wendell Holmes. The potential of our out-of-body exploration is absolutely unlimited. After we step from our physical limits, and an exciting new frontier of human potential and exploration becomes clearer. Old limits begin to melt away as our true potential is realized. Each of us possesses unseen, untapped abilities that modern science is only beginning to comprehend. Controlled out-of-body experiences open the door to a new era of human development and exploration. However, it's up to us to explore the reality of this for ourselves, or to remain prisoners of our physical limits. To give you a sense of the explorations that are possible, I have included a list of potential experiments later in this chapter. To achieve specific benefits and goals, you can also develop and pursue your own experiments. When conducting any form of exploration or experiments, always remember to record the results as soon as possible. A voice-activated recorder is recommended. To get started, of course this is 30 years ago, so now we got other technology, right? Even better technology, right? To get started, you could try 2 experiments similar to those conducted at Stanford University Parapsychology Facility. First experiment is quite easy to set up. Before you begin your out-of-body technique, place a small item such as a paperclip, pencil, or coin at the edge of a table. During your out-of-body experience, consciously attempt to lower your personal density, frequency in brackets, or move to the object. Record the results. Second experiment is viewing of a remote target when out of body. To set it up, have a friend select or draw a large, brackets at least 6 inches in diameter, number, picture, or symbol, or place it at a location you can't physically see. Ask him or her to display the target in a clearly visible location with which you are familiar, such as your friend's home. After you separate from your physical body, focus your complete attention on the target location and attempt to observe the target as accurately as possible. Exploring the universe. When exploring beyond our physical body, the first non-physical dimension commonly observed is a parallel world consisting of energy, many times less dense than matter. At first glance, it appears to be a duplicate of the physical world. After closer investigation, you will discover that this energy environment is similar to your physical surroundings, but not identical. Objects such as chairs, doors, beds, and entire rooms will often look slightly different than they do in your physical surroundings. The reason for these differences is simple. The objects and environments observed within the first inner energy level of the universe are not physical in substance. They are similar to energy molds of your physical surroundings. Each non-physical item you see exists completely independent of the physical universe. Numerous people have been led to believe that they are observing their physical surroundings from a new vantage point. They expect their non-physical surroundings to be identical to their physical world. And when their expectations are unfulfilled, they easily become confused and disoriented. As a result, some conclude that their entire out-of-body experience was a dream just because the environment observed didn't match their physical expectations. This misconception often occurs because we are conditioned to accept only dense forms as valid. As a result, our minds have a tendency to focus on the single reality we know and accept, matter. Since we live in a physical environment and are immersed in a sea of physical stimuli, this introduction is to be expected. This indoctrination is to be expected, not introduction. Our physical conditioning is a natural part of our socialization process. The key to overcoming this extensive physical indoctrination is to recognize it. The physical world we focus upon is but a tiny fraction of the universe. In reality, the physical forms we see around us are only a thin outer crust of the universe, the epidermis layer of the entire multidimensional universe. Always remember that reality is relative. The environment we perceive as real is determined by our personal density and frequency as real as... let's try this, guys. Always remember that the reality is relative. The environment we perceive is real, is determined by our personal density and frequency. For example, when we are out of body, it's quite common for physical objects to appear vaporous or ghost-like. This is an interesting statement there. It's quite common to experience for physical objects to appear vaporous or ghost-like. This occurs because matter, as observed from a higher frequency vantage point, is no longer a solid reality to us. From your new perspective, the only firm reality to you is the energy frequency density corresponding to your own. Your knowledge is this energy principle is critically important when you are exploring a different vibrational universe. This knowledge will assist you in controlling your experiences. As you progress in your explorations, you will begin to recognize a startling truth. You possess the power to move within the different energy areas of the universe by the act of focused thought. You can consistently raise and lower your vibrational density rate. The observed result is a corresponding change in your surrounding environment. This discovery is significant because it practically eliminates the need for external lateral brackets movement. You can essentially explore any frequency of the universe without moving. The physical concepts of distance, separation, and motion become irrelevant. A second advantage of this advanced exploration method is greater self-control. It's easier to remain focused when you do not have to deal with stimulations simultaneous with, so let's try this again. So you don't have to deal with simultaneous external and internal changes. It's also easier to retain your sense of stability and clarity. Third, the method allows you to explore more effectively the innumerable frequency levels of the universe. Lateral motion within a given energy dimension is often limited to a narrow frequency band within that dimension. And finally, it expands your ability to explore, perceive, and comprehend beyond current human understanding. Consciously alerting your density, consciously altering your density, vibrational frequency, provides almost unlimited access within the non-physical interior of the universe. Our current concept of motion are directly related to our physical indoctrination. Eventually, each of us will evolve to the point where we can simply, in quotes, be, end quote, in any portion of the universe we choose. This is not a theory, but an observable fact that can be verified by personal experience. Controlled interdimensional movement. 1. Immediately after separation, move away from your physical body and become calm and centered. If necessary, request that your complete awareness or clarity be present. Awareness now, in quotes. While out of body, this is number 2. While out of body, firmly demand to experience the next inner energy dimension. Quote, I experience the next inner level, dimensional, or dimension, now. So in quotes, once again, I experience the next inner level now. Or, I experience the next inner dimension now. Or pinpoint whatever interdimensional area you would like to explore. The immediate result will be an intense inward motion that will last for several seconds. Remain as calm as possible. The sensation of inner motion can be intense and disorienting if you are unprepared. The experience is similar to being pulled inward into the center of your consciousness. And number 3, after your inner motion has ceased, immediately center yourself by firmly requesting that your complete awareness be present. Quote, awareness now, end quote. Be prepared. Your new environment and viewpoint will be completely different. Raising our internal frequency. As you progress in your exploration within the higher frequency energy level of the universe, you may begin to notice changes in your state of awareness. Internal energy sensations, vibrations, and experiences with light and increased energy sensitivity are commonly reported. The environments you encounter in the high frequency energy levels will become progressively more radiant with light. The very substance of your surroundings consists of a higher form of energy. For example, when you observe a simple flower or blade of grass, you will see that it radiates an intense spectrum of light and color. A single blade of grass appears to be made of 1,000 points of light. A single blade of grass appears to be made of 1,000 points of light. Each blazing point of light is pure and living consciousness. As we explore deeper into the universe, there is a need for us to raise our internal vibratory rate, to increase our internal light. To effectively explore the higher levels of the universe, our vibratory rate must be adjusted to coincide with the energy frequency we are experiencing. If our internal frequency is not equal to the new environment we are visiting, we will experience a blinding light and a crushing sense of intense energy pressing upon us. That sounds familiar, like paralysis or something. This the pages are sticking. Feeling is uncomfortable that most is so uncomfortable that most people immediately retreat to their physical bodies. When exploring the higher realm of the universe, we can enhance our internal vibrational rate by making a firm, sincere request. In effect, we can request a fine tuning of our inner energy for the enhancement of our spiritual development. This fine tuning of our unseen energy systems is an ongoing developmental process normally occurring when we're asleep or dreaming. Most people are not consciously aware of these inner changes as they occur. For those who are aware, these changes are often perceived as waves of inner energy surging through the body. This process can last for seconds or minutes, depending upon the amount of adjustment required. I have found that the raising of our individual vibrational rate has a major effect upon our non-physical capability. It's essential to enhance our personal energy frequency if we are to explore the higher realms of the universe. It is our responsibility to increase our personal light if we ever hope to escape from the illusion of matter. Always remember that heaven will not adapt to us. We must adapt to it. Negative thoughts, anger, hatred, and attachments and ignorance block the natural radiation of our internal light. Destructive thoughts and emotions are a form of low-frequency energy that attaches to our inner energy body like a cloak. And when out of body, we can immediately spot these negative vibrations in the energy field, aura, in brackets, of anyone you are observing. Negative emotions such as hate, fear, anger, and greed become a part of the person who creates them. This negative energy acts like an energy dampening field, blocking the inner light of the soul from shining through at its normal intensity. During out-of-body exploration, the evolution of anyone who observes is clearly evident by the intensity of the light radiating from that person. The brighter the internal light, the more evolved the individual. Raising our personal vibratory rate begins with the removal of our internal energy blocks. This is why advanced spiritual souls such as Jesus or Buddha spent so much time teaching the golden rule. Quote, love thy neighbor, end quote. Quote, do unto others, end quote. They fully realized that the more energy blocks we remove, the brighter our light shines and the higher our natural frequency rate becomes in the multidimensional universe. The recognition of this principle is important to your immediate evolution. When your physical body dies, you will automatically go to the energy level or frequency of the universe that corresponds to your personal vibratory rate. As you will discover, this is the natural energy process, the shift of consciousness from one frequency to another. Those unique individuals who have recognized and eliminated their energy blocks and raised their personal frequency rates will experience the full magnificence and light of the kingdom of heaven. Applying the vibrational state. It is important to amplify the vibrational state from a slight internal vibration to a complete separation from the physical body. This can be accomplished by mentally encouraging the slight vibrations to build and expand and spread throughout the body. It's quite common for some of us to awaken during various stages of sleep and experience where did I just go wrong here? Oh, right. Let's try this. Okay, it is quite common. I just lost my train of thought. This can be accomplished by mentally encouraging. Okay, we'll just start from the beginning. Amplifying the vibrational state. It is possible to amplify the vibrational state from a slight. I got myself. You ever do that? You start reading, you start drifting off, and you just kind of going automatically, and then you're thinking about something else while you're reading. Well, that's what just happened to me. I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking about Howard Stern and negativity and what negative influence he actually was on us. But I'm not talking in a religious way. I'm talking about in a debased, materialist, spiritual way, right? I used to listen to that guy so much, I'm 45, so I used to listen to it because it was like, television, and it's 1990s, and there's nothing else to do, and that was the most progressive thing that we had. Him and Bill Maher. It turns out that neither one of those guys were very progressive, so. But they were great in capturing our minds, and let's just try this all over again. Amplifying the vibrational state. It is possible to amplify the vibrational state from a slight internal vibration to a complete separation from the physical body. This can be accomplished by mentally encouraging the slight vibrations to build, expand, and spread throughout the body. It is quite common for some of us to awake during various stages of sleep and experience a slight internal vibration and or numbness at the back of the neck or in the legs or arms. So that just describes me going, that's how I live 24/7 because I got MS. Jeez. This is often experienced during REM sleep, during lucid dreams, and during light stages of alpha, such as the hypnagogic state. Of course, the key to this technique is to recognize the initial vibrations and numbness when they occur. The best way to do this is to pay attention to the subtle energy fluctuations occurring during the initial stages of sleep, dreams, or relaxation. Awakening our internal sensations, feelings, and perceptions is an important first step in noticing our internal vibrations. From now on, immediately upon awakening or when drifting in and out of sleep, remain physically still and completely relaxed. Notice any internal energy changes, vibrations, numbness, tingling, or other unusual sensations. When these sensations occur, mentally encourage the vibration and accompanying sensations to expand throughout your body. Flow with the sensations and allow them to spread throughout your body and mind. After the vibrational sensations and numbness have spread throughout your body, direct yourself away from your body. Maintain your complete attention and thought. Maintain your complete attention and thought away from your physical body and direct yourself to another area of your home. As unusual as it may sound, this is a very natural thing to do. The key is simply to notice and then encourage the subtle non-physical changes that occur within us. And I need to take a break because I am like going blue. You ever get that? I'm really reading a lot. I'm trying to get this book done. Obviously, those are paying attention. The one or two of you are, or half a dozen. And then I where are we at with this? Where is this going to advance exploration? Because we really got, how many we got? There's a glossary too. I think I want to have two more recordings. I want to finish the chapter 8 that we're on now. advanced exploration, and then conclusion and glossary. So I think the glossary would be worth reading because of terminologies and things that many of us aren't familiar with. Some of you are, some aren't. I have not really spent much time focusing on out-of-body travel or experiences, but I'm starting to see a connection when it comes to my Bigfoot research and religion. And then I got to make a determination of which book I want to read. I just got in the mail a used copy of Mankind, Child of the Stars by Max H. Flint and Otto O.B.E. Or do I read The Origins of the Gods? Either one is going to be worthwhile, and it'll be good to do. Each are about the same length, about 200 to 300 pages. Actually, the Origins of Gods is much more. It's got a lot of the bibliography and all that. Just a lot of citations. But this one is, I know of no work since Darwin that deserves so much attention with regard to evolution of mankind. From the foreword by Ulrich von Daniken, Insurance of the Gods. So he's talking about this book. Not that means anything coming from him, except, everybody knows his name, which is a red flag. If everyone knows your name, you're probably cold. You're controlled. You're coadjutor for the agenda, a slave to Rome. And this was his. Is the Earth a colony established by creatures from outer space? This startling new book about the origins of mankind explores the very possibility that we are direct descendants of ancient starmen who came from other planets to see Earth millions of years ago. The human race may comprise a colony, a interstellar colony founded here and nurtured by beings from another world. The Bible consistently reiterates that divine intervention lifted stumbling mankind into light. Can it be that starmen have been the angels and emissaries of God in an indirect way with the mission of creating human life on earth? Are we the sons of God by virtue of colonization? Colonization by a people so highly advanced in morals and ethics and intelligence and spiritual wisdom that it is part of the great plan, the greater plan. It is part of a greater plan than we know. When it comes to the morals, from my experience, most people talk a good talk but don't walk that walk. So I don't know how much of it is true. I need a break and then we'll get back. I want to get this reading done. There's so much to read. There really is. And, part of this whole journey and investigation is reading. There comes a certain point when you watch, videos are very valuable too. And, but imagery is imagery. It's part of sorcery. So if it's not real photographs from real things, really that happened, or real images or videos that really happened, if it's all CGI, artist renderings, one way or the other, animation, I would stop watching that. At least I'm going to stop watching that because it doesn't represent reality. And so staying in reality, and one of the things is that our ancestors, there is power in the word. Speaking it and reading it. And it's also more proactive. Now, the next stage in all that is if you're working like the people are, I hope that this would be a benefit, especially people who are busy. You're living your life, you're doing your art, you're doing your dishes, you're taking care of your kids, you're driving around, that maybe you can listen to this stuff and you can get something out. Now, I am not a voice actor. I'm just a dude who can barely read. But I think that if nobody else is going to do this, now they're not with the hope they're going to be popular or make any money off it. But if it helps one person, besides, maybe it'll just be me. But hopefully it'll be somebody else, and there'll be a great benefit. And I do believe that even though we're reading about stuff that maybe I'm not so keen on as far as doing as out-of-body experiences, but maybe I would. Maybe part of it is indoctrination. Maybe it is fear. But maybe there's some wisdom in being fear too. But who knows? I don't know. I have never met anybody that I interacted with, or at least I haven't interacted with anybody yet that's ever told me they're doing this, or demonstrate that if they are doing it, that I'd be so confident as to listen to what they're saying and follow their directions. So, but saying that, I do believe that what we're dealing with these interdimensional beings, whether in the physical flesh state or in an intermediate state, or just simply spirits, poltergeists, whatever, we're dealing with multidimensional beings, and just the I don't even know what to say. The reality of the thing is, the ecology, the environment of it is such, and so we need to deal with that. So now, somebody told me that it was a good book to read. So I got it. I got it cheap. I think I got it for like $5 online, and it's an old book. And when was it published? Probably already out of date. But a lot of these old books actually might have more value than the newer stuff in some ways, or maybe just as valuable. So this is 74 when this came out as well. So the 1970s, there's things that were coming out, but we weren't there paying attention. Where we were either kids, or didn't read, or weren't even focused on this stuff. So, but now I am. And why am I being directed this way? Because I really do believe I'm being directed this way. I've been forced to do this stuff. It's either that or just perish doing nothing, or do this. And that's what I've been forced to do. So it's a craziest existence. Anyways. Okay. The following technique, first of all, we're part 2 of Advanced Exploration, Chapter 8 of Adventures Beyond the Body, How to Experience Out-of-Body Travel by William Buhlman. The following technique is highly recommended for anyone seeking accelerated spiritual development, knowledge, and answers. Advanced spiritual techniques. Begin by doing your favorite out-of-body technique. Immediately after separation from your physical body, firmly request clarity. Clarity now. When you are fully aware and centered within your non-physical body, ask to experience your soul. Then in brackets, higher self. And make this request a firm verbal demand for immediate action. Quote, I experience my soul, higher self now. Instantly you will be propelled within yourself at tremendous speed. The sensation is one of extreme inner movement, like being drawn into a powerful vacuum deep within yourself. Endless layers of light and color flash by your awareness as you are pulled deeper and deeper within. Some people report a sensation of shooting upward into space. After several intense seconds, the motion will come to an abrupt halt. Be prepared. When first experienced, this rapid inner motion of your awareness can be startling. Hold on, have faith, and remain calm as possible. I believe the experience of inner or upward motion is the transfer of our own awareness from our relatively dense non-physical body to a higher frequency existence of pure consciousness. Soul in quotes, or in brackets. The result of this technique is beyond all expectations. You will experience and know your true self, and independent of all form of substance. Limits melt away as the incredible spiritual dimension of pure light and knowledge opens within you. Experiencing your higher self, or soul, is the very heart of spiritual development. Now you have a tremendous opportunity to discover the answers to the oldest mysteries of your existence. Can you receive an answer or solution to any physical challenge or limitation you may currently experience? Within this state of awareness, miracles can be achieved. Your ability to comprehend and influence the denser levels of the universe is magnified beyond all human comprehension. Don't underestimate the power of this technique. The conscious experience is being your true self is an awakening that will change your life. While in the state of consciousness, your ability to obtain answers is unlimited. Your experience, your spiritual essence beyond all physical concepts of time, space, and form. You finally know the greatest mysteries of your existence, what you truly are. Out-of-body experiments and explorations. Observe, investigate, explore the unseen energy substructure of the universe. Investigate your new environment in form, substance, solidity, and stability. Conduct experiments using thought energy. Closely observe changes in your environment. Travel to a friend's or relative's home to observe the environment and activities. Record the time and place of for verification. Conduct experiments with your non-molecular density. Attempt to increase or decrease your body's density. Apply pressure to your arm. Can you feel it? Touch an object in your new environment. Can you feel it? Does it have density? Or does your hand pass through it? Ask to visit and communicate with a passed on, in quotes, loved one. Closely observe the energy structure of your, quote, new body. Conduct experiments with non-molecular energy. Observe cause and effect, inertia, gravity, and the unique energy forces that exist in the new environment. While out of body, observe your prevailing thoughts. Do they affect the environment around you in any way? Now focus upon a single thought. How does your concentration affect the environment? Ask for a specific quality such as increased comprehension, vision, and understanding. Observe any changes in your perception's ability. Scan the horizon. How far can you see? Are there changes to the environment as you look around? Request a specific form, such as a chair, to appear in front of you. Does it? If so, does the object possess three-dimensional density? Now ask this object to disappear. Does it? Investigate the possibilities of space exploration without the limits of a conventional spacecraft. Whatever. Travel your favorite physical location, observe and record the environment and events. Explore the possibilities of your past lives. Meet and communicate with non-physical guide or resident. Explore the existence of sex in different vibrational states. Ask to experience your higher self, your soul, highly recommended. Observe your life, past, present, and probable future from a more expansive viewpoint. Ask to understand and resolve the physical problem that is causing your difficulty. Observe and explore the primal source of matter as we know it. Ask for insight into and clarification of any difficult question. Ask to observe the source and purpose of your current reality. Ask to see and communicate with a biblical angel. Oh boy. Explore and experience heaven and the non-physical vibrational level of the universe. Experiment with the transmission of healing energy to the physical, to a physical ill friend or associate. Observe and record the results. Closely observe the connection between your energy body and your physical body. Is there any visible connection? Firmly ask to see the true essence of energy forms around you. Observe any changes in your environment. Ask to observe a thought, its form, function, and characteristics. Ask any question and be prepared to experience the answer. Observe your physical body form in a more expansive perspective. Experience, explore, and begin to chart the multidimensional universe. Manipulate energy form by the conscious focus of your thought. Explore with a partner or mate a highly recommended verification experience. Ask to observe the birth of a child from the non-physical perspective. Explore the possibilities of time travel and the possibilities of sequential time and sequential existence. Questions about our existence. Thoughts about throughout recorded history, every great exploration and discovery started with a simple question: what is on the other side of the ocean? What is on the other side of our solar system? Now, with increasing intensity, we are asking deeper questions. What is on the other side of matter? What kind of energy and life existence just beyond our current technological vision? Out-of-body exploration raises many questions, so many that the list could fill a book. Here I present a small sampling of questions that I believe serious out-of-body explorers can answer if they are willing to devote the necessary time and energy. These questions make excellent research and exploration areas of our out-of-body partners and research groups. The questions are endless, but so are our potential abilities to discover answers when we transcend our temporary physical vehicle. What do the non-physical environments look like? What is their structure? Why are only some of these environments thought responsive? Does the universe form a non-physical government exist? So we're trying to say, does a universal form of non-physical government exist? Are there laws and rules? Are there penalties for breaking rules? Does the universal non-physical police force exist? What are angels? Is there a non-physical or spiritual hierarchy? Does God directly interact and communicate with non-physical inhabitants? How do non-physical inhabitants live? What is their normal day like? Is there anything like physical existence? Do cities, towns, and communities or nations exist? Do cultures, ethnic groups, and races continue to exist? How do the energy centers, chakras of our body affect or influence our daily lives? How do our energy centers and non-physical bodies function as a complete energy system? What is the correct correlation between the energy center and our ability to have out-of-body experiences? Can our energy body assume any shape or form? Are physical diseases and illnesses the molecular result of unseen non-physical energy disturbances? At what point during pregnancy does a consciousness soul enter the fetus? Does this vary from person to person, or is it universal? Can physical diseases and illnesses be healed or improved by making energy adjustments to the non-physical substructure of an individual? Can a future event or disaster be averted or altered by influencing and adjusting the unseen energy substructure of the universe? Can future physical events be accurately analyzed, interpreted, and predicted by observing the energy and intersections existing within the interior of the universe? Can we travel in time when out of body? Is it possible that events in time are simultaneous? Is reincarnation a reality? Is it a evolutionary system? Is it an evolutionary system? How does it function? Do angels actually exist? If so, what do they look like? What is their function? Are they a non-human species? Do the biblical heavens exist? What does heaven really look like? How many heavens are there? How do they differ from one another? Is the biblical heaven the inner energy dimensions? So is the biblical of heaven the inner energy dimensions of the universe? Does God interact with human evolution, or is it automatic? Is it an automatic system of development? What is our true form or essence, if any? Why are we using these temporary biological bodies? What do we hope to learn or gain? What does the interior of the universe look like? What is it made of? Is it a series of energy dimensions? Is there a distinguishable border between the different energy dimensions? If so, what is the border? How does it function? What is its purpose? What are miracles? Are they the alteration and restructuring of the non-physical energy substructure of the universe? What do people look like when they sleep or dream? Do they float slightly above their bodies? Are dreams internal creations, or are unconscious interpretations of the non-physical events? Do dreamers normally separate from their physical body? How does our species evolve correctly with out-of-body experiences? Are out-of-body experiences a evolutionary step for our species? Is evolution actually the movement of consciousness from simply physical organisms to increasingly complex non-physical states of being? What actually occurs at physical death? Where do we go? Is death a natural part of our evolution? Why are we here? Do we have a specific unconscious goal or plan on which we are working? Did I say that right? On which we are working. Yeah, I guess I said it right. Did we select our parents? If so, why and how? Does non-physical food exist, and is it necessary for survival? Do physical families and relationships continue after death? Does physical sex exist? Are non-physical babies conceived? The questions are endless. The answers are simply waiting for us to expand our vision beyond the dense molecular crust of the universe. This is not a theory, but an evolutionary fact of our existence. For many of us, the time has come to take a step beyond the physical limits we see around us. This step is the logical transition and evolution each of us will experience in the near future. Questions and comments. Can out-of-body experiences be proved? Out-of-body experiences can be proved only by practitioners. Okay, so like so many other things that are spiritual. The ivory tower conclusions held by many researchers are completely archaic and meaningless in the light of a single personal experience. Many people desperately attempt to fit this unique state of consciousness into their accepted model of reality. For example, several scholars have concluded that out-of-body experiences are actually lucid dreams. Their conclusions conveniently fit their traditional concepts of the mind. What does it feel like to separate from your physical body? Many people report a high energy vibrational feeling and temporary physical numbness during separation. This is often accompanied by an intense buzzing, humming, and roaring sound. These sounds and sensations normally dissipate after separation is complete. What does out-of-body environment look like? The environment perceived depends upon the vibrational frequency density of the participant. Ugh. Many people report a physical-like environment. This environment does not necessarily correspond to their immediate physical environment. How long does it take to have an out-of-body experience? Each person is different. However, a large percentage of people who practice daily techniques report an experience in less than 30 days. Why should I invest my time and effort in out-of-body exploration? The only way to know something absolutely is to experience it for yourself. Anything less is a theory, speculation, and belief. Out-of-body exploration offers us the unique opportunity to experience and explore beyond the limits of our physical senses. It gives us an ability to obtain first-hand knowledge of our existence. What will my new body look like? Most people report a higher energy duplicate of their physical body. The form we experience is a direct result of our expectations and beliefs. In general, most people will see themselves as they appear in the physical world. I have a hard time with that one. I don't want to look like myself in the next life. Anyways, will I be able to see, hear, and feel as I do now? In your early out-of-body exploration, you will most likely experience your surroundings with a physical-like perception. Our perception capabilities are linked to our expectations. The more open we are to expanded perceptions beyond our physical senses, the more available the enhanced capabilities become. For example, some people report 360-degree vision, enhanced hearing, and ability to read thoughts. During my out-of-body experiences, I sometimes feel out of sync and have difficulty seeing or moving. How can I overcome this limitation? This is commonly reported. To increase your clarity and mobility, simply demand verbally or mentally that your complete awareness be present. Quote, complete awareness now, end quote. Or, quote, clarity now, end quote. Whatever personal ability or perceptions you need to improve your out-of-body experience can be obtained by making a firm request. Repeat your request as often as needed, and remember to make each request a firm demand for immediate results. Will an out-of-body experience change my religious belief? According to an in-depth study of 350 participants published in 1992 by Dr. Melvin Morse, is that Morse? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Quote, out-of-body experiences don't seem to alter one's professed values, end quote. Many people even report their religious beliefs have been confirmed and strengthened by their out-of-body experiences. What is the radiant light so often reported during a near-death experience? This is the high-frequency light of the inner dimensions being seen by someone not accustomed to its brilliance. The light is commonly seen emanating from the entrance to a tunnel. What is the human aura? The aura is the energy field that emanates from all life forms. What is the tunnel effect commonly reported during near-death experiences? This is the opening of the first inner energy membrane. It occurs automatically when a person dies and moves to the interior of the multiple dimensional universe. The tunnel immediately closes after the individual passes through it to the next dimension. Does the biblical silver cord exist? The biblical concept of the silver cord is accurate, according to my observations. It is not actually a cord, but a thin, fibrous substance similar to the appearance of a spider web. The silver cord appears to function as the connection between the physical body and the first energy body of all life forms. Though its complete function is unknown, it's logical that it may act as an energy conduit. One thing is certain: when the cord is severed, the biological life ends. Do animals have souls? Absolutely. Without a soul, conscious energy is no living creature can exist. To be more accurate, the soul possesses and uses biological vehicles, not vice versa. What is the purpose of the physical existence? Physical existence allows us to learn from experience. In a sense, the physical dimension is a slow down molecular environment ideal suited for the training and developing consciousness. The personal challenges we encounter in a biological life are the lessons we need for our personal development. We learn by being, by doing, by first-hand experience. How can I determine the dimension or energy level I am exploring? In general, more similar the immediate environment is to our physical surrounding, the closer you are to the physical dimension. As you raise your vibratory rate, you will automatically move inward within the non-physical dimensions. The perceived environments become progressively less dense and increasingly thought responsive as you move inward away from matter. Just come on, buddy. Move your page. Can out-of-body experiences be harmful? No, they are a natural experience reported in every culture and society of the world. In over 20 years of personal research, I have never heard anyone being harmed or injured in any way. Can drugs be used to induce out-of-body experiences? The key to a valid, productive out-of-body experience is absolute mental focus and control. Without complete control, the interdimensional realities experienced during out-of-body exploration cannot be accurately distinguished from self-created internal hallucinations or imagery. Control is the key to a productive, meaningful experience. And control is the first thing lost when using any kind of mind-altering substance. I strongly believe that non-physical explorers should not use drugs. Why contaminate your biological vehicle when effective results can be achieved naturally? Is it possible that I won't be able to find my way back to my physical body? No. In thousands of reported experiences, there is no documented evidence of such an occurrence. We instantly return at the slightest thought of our physical body. Can my body or mind be possessed when I leave it? No. There is always an interactive energy connection between your physical body and your inner energy body. What is the church's official viewpoint on out-of-body experiences? The Christian church does not have an official or unified viewpoint concerning out-of-body exploration. I have encountered a wide variety of opinions on this subject. Many theologians consider out-of-body experiences a unique spiritual blessing, a personal confirmation of their religious faith and beliefs. Others are perplexed and uncertain where such experiences may fit in their belief system. A few are inclined to fear any phenomena they don't understand and automatically classify out of body experiences as something to be avoided. Today, increasing numbers of theologians consider out of body explorations to be a profound spiritual experience and solid personal verification of immortality. Every time I feel I am about to separate from my body, a wave of intense fear overwhelms me. How can I overcome this? This wave of fear is common instinctual response to a new experience. One of the best ways to overcome it is to immediately become repeating. One of the best ways to overcome it is to immediately begin repeating a safety affirmation such as I am safe and secure. I am protected. I am safe and calm. Any brief positive statement that helps you relax and feel secure will be effective. As you repeat your affirmations, begin to direct your attention away from your body. This can easily be achieved by thinking about another area in your home or by saying to yourself, I float away from my body. After a couple of successful experiences, your fear will diminish and eventually disappear. Is out of body exploration safe for everyone? Yes, with one exception. Anyone who has acute physical problems should avoid this form of exploration. In general, people having difficulty dealing with their physical reality can only complicate the situation by introducing other realities into their lives. What is the most important step in gaining full conscious control of the out-of-body experience? The key is to repeat the clarity technique whenever your awareness is hazy or out of sync. Clarity now, or awareness now. What is the difference between dreams and out-of-body experiences? The difference is quite dramatic to the participant. During an out-of-body experience, the participant is often as conscious as you are now. Dreams, on the other hand, are experienced as a rapidly changing motion picture projected within your awareness. At least 3 factors not found in a dream are normally present in out-of-body experiences. Your ego self-awareness is present. You consciously control your movement, and you can consciously verify your experience. Conclusion. The enormous potential of controlled out-of-body exploration may well be the most important discovery of the 20th century. Only by exploring beyond our physical limits can we ever hope to comprehend the essence of ourselves and our universe. Eventually, our species will evolve beyond dependence on physical vehicles and technology. Until then, the progressive explorers will be those courageous individuals who go beyond the limits of science, religion, and their physical perceptions. And unquenchable desire for knowledge is propelling a select number of explorers beyond the security of their physical homelands. Their resourceful adventures are exploring and charting the universe beyond the dense outer crust of matter. This exploration and charting of our unseen energy universe are of worldwide importance. Only non-physical exploration can pierce the dense outer layer of matter and expose the invisible underlying structure of our universe. It's time we recognize that the decaying molecular form we see around us are not the only reality in the universe. It is time to know the truth that lies behind the molecular facade of life. Just beyond our vision exist a vast realms of energy, life waiting to be discovered. As the 21st century approaches, the time has come for us to explore and discover the truth of our existence, to break free from the conclusions and assumptions of others, to see and know for ourselves. Each of us faces an important choice. We can remain complacent, hoping and praying that other beliefs are accurate, or we can make a decision to explore and discover for ourselves. Ask yourself, what can you possibly lose by expanding your vision and comprehension beyond the limits of matter? Your decision to explore will mold your future, your evolution, and your life beyond all expectations. All of us possesses the God-given ability to explore and discover the answers for ourselves. The answers are never hidden, but are patiently waiting our recognition and discovery. The inner search for answers to our existence is the very essence of human growth and evolution. No one can hand you this or quote it from a book. An exciting new frontier of explorations before you. Endless levels of energy just waiting to be discovered. Today, you have the rare opportunity to be one of the pioneers, to explore beyond the dense outer crust of the universe and see the truth for yourself. The ultimate adventure is waiting. You have nothing to lose but your limits. So I read the glossary. Sure, why not? Affirmations, repeated positive statements, spoken, thought, or written in the present tense. For example, now I am out of body. Apparitions, non-physical inhabitants who have lowered their personal frequency of their energy bodies and are temporarily visible within the physical world. Aura, energy field emitting from all life forms. Black holes, interactive energy conduits between the physical and non-physical dimensions. Cataleptic, an experience of being unable to move the physical body. This sometimes occurs during separation from or return to the physical body. It is a temporary condition resulting from our energy body being out of place with our physical body. Physical sensations generally return within a minute or less. Cluster experiences, multiple out-of-body experiences occurring in a series. This is a normal experience and is similar to slipping in and out of body. Cluster experiences are commonly reported during physical illness and when physical death is close. Conscious continuum. So consciousness continuum. Consciousness extending its awareness from the non-physical source through numerous energy frequencies until it eventually expresses itself within the outer physical dimensions. Conscious environments. Areas of the universe created and sustained by a group consciousness of a large number of non-physical inhabitants. These environments are resistant to individual thought energy. Energy body, a general term referring to the non-physical or spiritual form we experience when out of body. Energy bodies are necessary for consciousness, the soul. to function within the various non-physical frequencies of the universe. Energy dimensions, distinct and stable energy systems or frequencies of the universe, separate universe of energy existing at defined frequency at rates. Energy dimensions are separated from one another and by their individual and unique vibrational frequencies. For example, the physical universe is a single energy dimension. Energy environment, a general term used to describe a specific non-physical area within a dimension. Countless energy environments can exist within a single dimension. Energy membrane, the convergent point of two different energy systems. Frequency of energy, the energy border or barrier separating two energy dimensions or systems. First energy body, the non-physical form often experienced while out of body. This energy form, although invisible to current technology, exists closest in density and frequency to the physical body, commonly referred to in traditional metaphysical literature as the astral or etheric body. Human radiation, a distinct feeling of energy emitting from a non-physical human being without a body. So let's try this again. Human radiation, a distinct feeling of energy emitting from a non-physical human being when out of body. Hypnagogic state, a subtle state of consciousness experienced between waking awareness and sleep. We pass through this creative state in which mental imagery is especially vivid every time we go to sleep. Lucid dream, a dream in which a degree or percentage of awareness is present. Multidimensional universe, the entire universe, seen and unseen, a continuum of energy consisting of an unknown number of energy frequencies or levels. As we explore inwardly away from matter, the inner non-physical energy dimensions become progressively less dense and increasingly thought responsive. The visible physical universe is the dense outer molecular crust of the entire universe. Natural energy environments. Uniformed energy areas currently unaffected by thought. They are easily manipulated by consciousness or by conscious and subconscious thought energy. Near-death experience. An experience reported by millions of people who are declared clinically dead and then resuscitated. They often experience a separation from their physical body, movement through the tunnel leading to bright light and a new environment. Non-conscious environments. Non-physical areas of the universe that appear formed and developed but are currently not sustained and supported by conscious energy. They readily respond to individual focused thought. Non-human radiation, the unique and distinctive energy emissions originated from non-physical beings who have never had a physical body experience. Non-physical inhabitants, any living being existing within the non-physical dimensions without current physical bodies. Out-of-body experience, the O.B.E. We're seeing things, or O.O.B.E. So O.O.B.E. or O.B.E. The separation of consciousness from its temporary biological vehicle, also commonly called astral, etheric, or mental projection. mental projection. Physical life forms, temporary cellular vehicles, biological life used by consciousness souls for expression within the dense outer dimension of the universe. Physical vehicles are required to experience, explore, and interact within the physical dimension, just as non-physical vehicles are required to experience and explore within the non-physical dimensions. Physical universe dimension. The visible universe, the dense outer crust of the complete multidimensional universe. The physical dimension makes up but a small fraction of the entire universe, less than 1%. Second energy body. A second energy form less dense than the first energy form, existing at a higher, finer frequency than the first non-physical body. Its internal frequency corresponds to the second inner energy dimension. Silver cord, the traditional biblical term for the non-physical connection between the first inner energy body and the biological body. It, in many respects, it is similar to an energy umbilical cord capable of stretching for immense distances. It appears, though it is not cord-like, but is observed as thin fibrous filaments connecting the biological body to its dense non-physical counterpart. Soul, pure consciousness existing independent of all energy bodies or forms, a pure essence of all life forms. Soul exists beyond all form and substance as we know it, but uses forms of energy for its expression in the denser regions, dimensions of the universe. Our current physical body is one of these temporary energy bodies. What am I saying here? Our current physical body is one of these temporary energy bodies used by the soul to experience, explore, and perceive within this dense outer dimension of the universe. Last page. Thought forms, non-physical energy formed by thought. These forms, which may appear as anything we can imagine, are often responsive to focused thought energy. The density and longevity of thought forms vary dramatically without continuing thought reinforcement. They slowly decay and revert to natural clouds of non-physical energy. Thought transference. The universal communication method used within the physical dimensions. This communication is commonly experienced as an internal recognition of the progression of vivid images entering the mind. These images can convey emotions and thoughts simultaneously. Tunnel experience. The temporary opening of an energy membrane. This energy opening is often reported during near-death experiences. Vibrational state. Internal vibration and sounds often reported during the preliminary stages of an out-of-body experience. Buzzing and humming sounds accompanied by electrical-like vibrations, numbness, and catalepsy are commonly reported. Visualization, the process of creating mental imagery for a specific purpose. And then it has this little survey here, which I'm not going to do. At least not online. Then it has the indexed, index. That's it, folks. That's the end of the book, Adventures Beyond the Body, How to Experience an Out-of-Body Travel by William Buhlman. And I do think it has some very important information as far as understanding this world. I think it's very important to actually address the world in such a manner as to be multidimensional in our approach. I do think that the spiritual realm is real because I don't think it, I know it's real. So there is a lot of answers in it, but whether you could find all the answers, say, in a book,
Shop.
All I could say is I'm really tired, but I got it done. Baby, I got it done. So we're done with this book. We can move on from this book. I know a lot of people are probably not even going to be interested. It's a shame. Maybe it's because of the way I read or the recording, whatever. I can understand that. But if it's not, listen to me. Get the book yourself and study it. If you're healthy enough, if you're in the right state of mind, maybe it's worth trying. Apparently, apostles and prophets and others did it, right? In some form or another. Maybe it's true. Maybe there is no harm. Who knows?
You're going to try. Go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind.
Seasons don't change.